In episode 1 of Phase 3 of Red Sky City, the heroes escaped from the Hakuto Maru. They rallied with a group of aerial nomads to quickly transport Jim Fingers and the Monarch back to Night City to prepare for their arrival. Meanwhile, the Frizz, Jarex Ashwater, and Natalie joined Father Graceland in his speedboat to transport their mysterious cargo, a 300-pound metal capsule labeled Deep 4, back to Night City by sea. The oceans of the dark future are perilous, filled with the wreckage of the Fourth Corporate War and active, discarded weapons from organizations long since defunct. As Father Graceland's speedboat ran up 20-foot waves and came crashing back down in the middle of a storm, something stirred in the murky, trash-filled waters. They'd come straight into the middle of a naval minefield, patrolled by shadowy shapes in the deep. Father Graceland pulled hard to avoid them as cybernetically enhanced dolphins attacked, operating on programming more than 2 decades old. Armed with torpedoes, harpoons, and limited shortwave control over the local mines, these trained aquatic killers pressed the team hard. Father Graceland had to weave between mines and dodge projectiles. Jarex confronted the attackers with his mono katana, ready to repel their efforts to grapple and drag the ship to an explosive end. The Frizz armed a railgun at the back of the ship, firing at targets both near and far. Natalie and Jonah lobbed grenades into the waves as makeshift depth charges, keeping the automated weapons at bay. Then, over the storm-racked horizon, 2 gyrocopters appeared. The same vehicles that stalked our heroes back in the night market in Night City. How could they have found the ship in the middle of the Pacific Ocean? It was time to leave. Risking the unknown, Father Graceland fired up the NOS boosters on his ship and plowed straight after the minefield, setting off explosion after explosion in their wake. The Frizz turned the railgun on the attackers, but the storm took its toll and every shot missed its mark. Assuming they were being tracked, Natalie fired up the jammer to scramble the signal, and the ship's sonar system went haywire. Jarex discovered a bug in the system that was hijacking the sonar to send out homing pulses their pursuers could follow. The Frizz disabled this device, taking out the sonar with it, and the ship was able to escape, driving off into the storm, leaving their attackers behind. Now they're headed back to Night City, but who's after them? What is Deep 4? Find out in the next episode of Red Sky City: Cyberpunk Conspiracy.